Go. He's checking. Crash. Showing it.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Do. Hey, alert 3.
Ready.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, orbit.
53 at the mic. Let's go, baby.
Fire.
From the 22, Locke. And that will be incomplete. Third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing his Lock on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Quick stone, travel. Go. Check. Fresno. Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check nine. Watch safety creeping.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, wahoo.
On second down, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba able to record his 5th sack of the season. On third and long, it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase in.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Wolfe make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Out. 5. General West. Check 15. Now.
Rock to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On first down, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Tighten up. Big Ed. Sponge. No. Play it.
Hey, color.
Echo.
Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
You better be afraid of me.
Here's Hill. And he's going to let it go deep. And it's incomplete on the trickeration. Maybe time to put that play on the back burner for a while. That was nearly a disaster.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Leo.
53, Mike 53. Hey, watch the slide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And right here, oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Lock now to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Riddick with a carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on second down. Lock. This one complete to Theo Riddick. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Man open, that's juawunp. And he's taken down inside the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. He completes this to Sutton. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run with Lindsey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Check safety, check safety. Check, check, check.
One more time with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, and a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Mahomes now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ready up.
53 mark. Check. 53 mark. What's the run?
Hey, high 7.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
5.
From midfield, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Locke to throw. Going up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, lock it. Yes, yes.
Another run by Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Locke gonna throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
You can't stop me. Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke, his throw incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on.
And McCoy loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Locked now on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, you,
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing now is Locke. They got his man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, did.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go out. Hey. Snap.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Locke. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
45. Here 15. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On first down, Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Mahomes firing complete. 20. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this one travels